Hi, my name's Jordan Wright with Jordan's Backyard Chickens.
And I'm Noah Wright.
And so today we are going to predator proof our chicken coop. And we want to make certain that our chickens are safe and sound both inside their chicken coop and outside their chicken coop. We had a run for our chickens that was set up in the yard, and they were able to go and they were protected from the predators that came into the yard from the ground. But with this enclosed chicken run, they're going to be protected from the predators coming from the air as well as on the ground. And I'm going to teach you what you should do to protect your chickens from predators that may be digging down underneath the ground and getting up into our chicken coops. Because really, those predators are equally as dangerous as the predators like coyotes here in Ohio that are just trying to get into the chicken coop from the ground. So you'll see that the rafters on my chicken coop are exposed up there. We are going to come out from the chicken coop 10 foot and then run the length of the chicken coop to 12 foot. So like down here, we're using 4x4s for the base frame rail of our chicken coop fenced in run so that we get extra strength at the ground. You are going to want to probably use treated wood for the frame rails so that the frame rails and the fenced in run last for a really long time. If you use interior grade wood, that's going to be more susceptible to rotting, and it might end up actually not lasting as long. So Noah, what is your favorite type of chicken?
One that comes from KFC.
Do you like fried or do you like baked? You an extra crispy person?
Fried chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
So I really like our koshens, and I really like Polish chickens, and Noah really likes fried chicken. And each person can have chickens and take care of the chickens and be able to know that what is in your chickens on to what is going onto your table. So everybody can have happy, healthy chickens that reaches their goals.
And fulfills your stomach.
So my brother, Noah, is going to be cutting the wood. We're going to be measuring it. And we have some of the frame rails already cut out. He did a really nice job cutting the 4x4s. And so the next thing that we're going to do is screw the angle. I have some L brackets, and I'll show you one of them here, that are going to allow us to make certain that our sides of the and the ends of the chicken run stay tight. We don't want in the heavy wind
We don't want
to
no loose stuff.
Yep, we don't want the ends to be flailed out, and we don't want animals to be able to get in the run from the edges of it. So another thing that is special about our run and what you're going to need to be doing and figuring out for yours, if you decide to upgrade your chicken run to predator proof it, is figure out where the wind and the snow is going to come from or the weather is going to come from. Where we live, we get really strong straight line winds that come from the east and come from the west. And so our ends, this run is going to be 10 by 12. Our ends need to be a true 10 foot. And the center of it, or the sides of it, the 12 foot, is actually going to fit inside the ends. That's going to give us the maximum amount of strength for our chicken run so that we don't have weak spots. You want to try to identify the weak spots. That's where the predators are going to try to attack and get into the chicken coop. So to do this project, we're going to use a sawzall to cut the 4x4s. We have a chop saw. We have a tape measure. We have a marker to mark the lengths that we need. We of course have 2x4s, and we have 4x4s, and then we of course have drills over there. When it comes time, we have our angles. Then we have a product called a mending plate. These mending plates are great for when you need wood that is longer than what you have. So, for example, in this project, I did not buy anything besides these safety glasses, because you always need to be wearing safety glasses when you're cutting wood in case any sawdust or splinters or whatever you may have would flip up into your eyes. Everything else, I was fortunate enough to have been in chickens pretty much from high school all the way to now, and have accumulated. So we are going to need to use these mending plates to combine two pieces of wood in some places that we may not have a long enough piece of wood. The first place that we're going to need to combine, I feel, is down here on the base rail and then up on the top, because we don't have a 12-foot or a near 12-foot length. So first thing that we're going to do in this video is we're going to screw in the angles, the L's, to make certain that our base is strong and is going to be up to the task of protecting our chickens. So Noah, would you like the honors of screwing in the angles?
Sure.
And so we're going to use 2-inch screws to screw in our angle pieces into the 4x4 and then also into the building. That way we can be ensured that we have enough screw in there that we're not going to have weak spots. And if you used, for instance, a 1/2-inch screw or maybe even a 1-inch screw, then it could pull out eventually down the line. And we only want to do this project once, and we want the project to be sustained. That way we don't have to do it twice. And so Noah's going to line up his angle bracket, and then he's going to screw in the screw here. And really it's a pretty simple task. You want to make sure that you wear gloves, that way the screw ridges don't get into your hand and actually affect your hand. And we actually might need to pre-drill it.
We have the right drill bit too. That always helps.
Yep. So the siding of this chicken coop is called FRP. And so it's actually got a piece of fiberglass on each side of it and then the plywood inside. So Noah, you might actually need to pre-drill.
Well, there's that too.
So while we wait for Noah to grab the pre-drill bit, what are your guys' favorite breeds of chickens? I know that in my past I've really enjoyed broiler chickens that feed the family, and then I really enjoy Polish and Cochin, so I'm really interested to see what you guys enjoy. And we'll take a look. So right now, without a run on it, we normally pasture raise our chickens, which means that they have a fence in area. But without a fenced in area, with them just able to go and run around and you're on your property, your entire property, or if you just let them go, which I know not so many people around here do, but I know a few people that are in mountainous areas that have a lot of trees, or areas that have a lot of trees, and they have chickens that just run around in their forest. If you're one of those, let me know how well that works for you, because I'm really interested in learning. Unfortunately for us, we live next to a busy road, and so we're not able to just let our chickens go around in the yard how they would like it. But back here, I had a bunch of different chickens, and unfortunately a neighbor's dog got in to our chickens and killed them. And so we have left a couple salmon Favorel Cochins. The male is in the back, and then the female. And then we have a couple other Cochins, a red Cochin and a frizzle Cochin. And then we have a golden laced Wyandotte and some red sex link. And those are all going to be protected here in a little bit, so predators can't come in. So thank you for everyone who's watching, and I hope that you get a lot of value out of watching us build this fenced-in chicken run. Making progress?
Yeah.
It's looking really good, Noah. Thank you. Noah does a really nice job with building things with wooden. He can really see the project in his mind so that he knows how to build it. And he does a really nice job of making certain that his cuts are true and they're at the correct length.
In a little trick, put a couple of screws in there. Oh.
Yep. So if you, Noah was saying if you put a couple screws in here, then you can go and you can actually get it to hold your angle and your corner plate so that you can come back with the correct drill bit and drill it in. So Noah's fastening it in, and then he'll put that screw. They're going to be 4x4s. We're going to have a corner post on each of the front ends that are 4x4s, and then the rest are 2x4s. So everything gets strengthened in, and everything is straight and square with a 90-degree angle. One more. So then once we get the base created, we're going to take this wire right here. It's called hardware wire. And the nice thing about it is that it does not bend nearly as easy as chicken wire or chicken mesh. So the predators can't just come up and repeatedly grab it and pull it into a bigger size. So this is what is going to be wrapped around the base for our sides and our ends. So do you guys prefer to raise your chickens in a chicken run with a chicken coop, just in a chicken coop, free range, or do you prefer to raise them in a chicken tractor where you can move the chicken tractor around in your yard so that different parts of your grass can get consumed and they can enjoy different parts of your grass? Once it gets dirty, you can move it around. How do you prefer to raise your chickens?